Good morning. I am gonna start dinner and I thought I would take you guys along, show you what I'm making. So I have my once a week caribou. If you've been following me on Instagram, you know that cutting my coffee down to once a week to continue to help in our budget so I can stay home and homeschool the kids. So I've got my once a week coffee and I'm gonna make dinner. So you guys are going to join me. So I originally had enchiladas planned and I thought I was going to be home more than I am, and now we have an appointment this evening with an attorney, so I wanted to still make the enchiladas because I had everything for it, and so I am going to do an enchilada lasagna in the crock pot instead, so that way it is just ready to go. It will make dinner time very, very simple. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So the first thing I did is I cooked up some ground turkey. You could use ground beef, you could use ground chicken, you could even do this meatless if you wanted to, but I had gotten some ground turkey from ButcherBox, and so thank you, Jess. I think it will be delicious as well. It's totally making it up as I go because that's how I cook. So I've got some ground turkey here that I have already cooked up. And I actually took out, it was a 2-pound package and I got it in my ButcherBox, and the quality seems really good. So I think I'm gonna be happy with the ground turkey. So I saved a little bit of the ground turkey for pizzas tomorrow. So I will season this with Italian seasoning for our homemade pizzas for dinner tomorrow. So instead of like ground pork sausage, we'll do ground turkey sausage. I don't care for pork, my family will eat it, but I would prefer turkey sausage. So I got that. So into my, I'm going to turn this a little bit here, get it so you guys can see, sorry. Okay, so into my cooked turkey, I'm just going to add in some water. My phone is ringing. I'm going to add in some water, and I'm going to add in some taco seasoning. That was my husband, so I'm really worried I'm going to have to end the live and come back. We'll see. Okay. So I've got some taco seasoning here that I'm going to add to the turkey with the water. I'm just going to turn my heat back up just a little bit. And I'm just going to season up that turkey. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay. Just seeing if my husband. My husband is at the dentist with the kids, and he just tried to call me, so hopefully it's nothing too important. Okay. Just going to mix up that turkey and taco seasoning and the water. I really enjoy the taco seasoning from Costco. You certainly could just make your own, but the ingredients in this one are pretty good, so I just buy the Costco one. Okay, so I've got that all cooked up. I'm just gonna let that sit while I finish the rest of what I'm talking about here. And then in this pan, I have some refried beans that I actually made a big pot of refried beans in the crock pot a couple weeks ago, and it made about 3 different servings of it. So I froze it and I just heated that up on the stove too to go with the rest of it. And then I've got some Stacy's organic tortillas. I get these in my Azure order and we are really, really enjoying them. They come frozen. They have 2 different sizes. These are the smaller ones. So they come frozen just like this. You can pull them apart, they're not stuck together. So I just pulled out a few and put the rest of one bag into another bag. So I'm gonna use those. And I got some enchilada sauce in my Azure order 2 times ago. So this is Sweet Creek Organic Mild Enchilada Red Sauce. So I'm going to use that in there. And then I have some, good morning. I have some crazy corn that I will also use in there. It's just a partial bag. This is Stallbush Farms. This is also from Azure. And then the last thing I'm going to use is just some freshly shredded cheese. If you don't shred your own cheese, do it. Just do it. It's so much better. Okay, so if you're just joining, I am making a enchilada casserole in my slow cooker. I originally was just going to do enchiladas, but then we had a change of plans, and now I'm gonna be gone for a lot of the day, and we have to meet an attorney this evening, and so dinner time is just going to be a little more chaotic. My daughter has play practice, all the things, because that's just the season of life we're in. So I am doing enchilada lasagna in my slow cooker instead. So I'm going to set aside the turkey that I had cooked for tomorrow. I'll set that aside so I don't accidentally use it. And I will get going. So I've got my slow cooker, and I'm just going to spray with a little bit of avocado oil just because the tortillas are more likely to stick. I have learned that. I've done a few things in the crock pot like this, and the tortillas have stuck. So then I'm going to put a little bit of enchilada sauce in the bottom first. And this is, again, just going to help so it doesn't stick to the bottom. Okay, enchilada sauce in the bottom. Then I'm going to take one of my tortillas. She is in The Sound of Music, and she is Gretel, the youngest daughter in the family. I am not a musical fan at all. I hate musicals, to be real honest with you. But so I remember watching The Sound of Music when I was younger, but Von Trapp, right? That's their last name, so she's Gretel Von Trapp. In like 2 weeks, I'm really excited to watch her. She's never been in a play before, but she is in competitive dance. So performing, I gotta get a paper towel, just a second. Performing for her is like, she just does. She just is a performer. So when our church decided to do The Sound of Music, and the pastor asked her if she wanted to be part of it, she did. So I was surprised. I've never heard her sing like that, especially in front of people. So it's been really fun to watch her like really, really come into her own. So she's actually contemplating stepping down from competition and just doing rec so she can do more plays. So fun. My daughter is doing Annie at the end of the month. This is her first time too. She's like, that's so fun. It's fun. It's so fun to watch them, like, especially when they're little, really like come into who they are and what they like to do. So it's fun. I really enjoy it. And I like that it's at our church because it's, you know, got Christian core values too. So, okay, so I sprayed my crock pot. I put in some enchilada sauce. I put in a tortilla, and now I'm going to just spread some of my homemade refried beans. And what I like about homemade refried beans is that you get to control the quality of the ingredients, and they're actually not refried because I didn't fry them in any type of lard. So next I'm just going to do some of the turkey. And I could have done like individual enchiladas and like rolled them up, but for one, that's more work. And two, they're going to kind of fall apart because of the crock pot, so I wasn't going to bother with that. So next, I will just throw a little bit of the crazy corn, and the crazy corn is colorful. So there are yellow, white, and purple corn kernels in there. So like I said, this is just a partial bag that I have used in something else. The corn was going to be on the side, but since I'm going to be gone a lot and I don't know exactly how eating's going to go, this is just easier because then everything is in one and we can just have fruit on the side. So then some shredded cheese. And you're just basically going to repeat this like you would a lasagna in a pan. But we're doing it this way. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is add another tortilla. Then I'm going to, oh, I have to do some sauce. First sauce, then the tortilla. Okay, a little more enchilada sauce. And you do want quite a bit of enchilada sauce because that is what's going to add the moisture to this. So, all right. Another tortilla in the bottom. Some more refried beans. I am all about like just coming up with things on the fly. If you watch any of my cooking videos, you probably will see that I just totally oftentimes make things up as I'm going using what I have. So if you are catching this on YouTube, I do lives on my Instagram, and you can join me on there for Hearts at Home, and I will post my handle in the description as well. Okay, so more beef. Actually, turkey, it's not beef. Corn. cheese, and I'll show you, I'll pull the camera over when I get towards the top and show you what it kind of looks like. Okay, and then we're going to do a little more enchilada sauce. And I'm not exactly sure how many layers I'm going to get here. We'll find out. I'm just kind of winging it. All right, another tortilla into the crock pot. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? It's Friday. I know a lot of people go out on Friday or they order takeout. We've been trying really hard to not spend any money eating out or ordering takeout just because of the state of the world. We were really trying hard to save up for a vacation, but our road trip, but with the gas prices, I don't even think we're going to be able to take a road trip. We were going to have to rent a vehicle just because ours is pretty old and it's got 200,000 miles on it, and I just don't think I want to be going across the United States in that car, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So okay, now I'll do some more corn. And some cheese. So anyways, we are trying really hard not to go out to eat at all. Just eat at home. I get my own coffee once a week. All right, enchilada sauce. I think I'll have enough for one more filling layer. All right, another tortilla shell. Okay, so I'm gonna use the last of my beans since this is probably gonna be my last layer. Okay, and honestly, I cannot believe I haven't been making my own beans, refried beans, before. They were so simple and so much cheaper, and the beans from Azure are really, really good quality. They're organic. So I will be doing my own refried beans from now on. All right, the last of the turkey meat. Before I put the top layer on, I'll show you what it looks like. Just do the last of the corn in there. And cheese. And this will just go on low because everything in here is cooked. You're just kind of getting it all together. Okay, let's see if I can get this over here without totally destroying it. So you can see there how it kind of looks layered. Now I'm going to add in a little more sauce, and then we're going to top it. Oh, I pulled out one too many tortillas. I was trying to guess when I pulled them out last night to thaw them out how many layers I'd get. So, okay, last layer, and I'm just going to do the last of the enchilada sauce on top there. I'm just going to spread it around a little bit. So some of the enchilada or the tortilla edges might get a little bit crispy, but that's all right. Okay, and then the last, oh, throwing cheese around. All right, the last of the cheese. We go through so much cheese in this house. I'm constantly shredding cheese. All right, top that off there. Okay, so then I will just close this and I will cook it on low just for the day until we're ready to eat, and then we'll have some fruit on the side. So again, if you are catching this on YouTube, come join me on Instagram to see them live. Otherwise, I always share them to my IGTV and to my YouTube on there. And so that's that. Thanks guys, have a good one.